Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the recent price drop on the Tesla Model 3 SR Plus variant, so if you're interested, stay tuned. So as you might have noticed the other day, the SR Plus variant was dropped by 2K and all S and X models were dropped by 5K, but with the S and X you will no longer get free supercharging. And whenever we have price drops online, there are always people that are going to be complaining about it, saying, "Oh, I bought the car for this much and I should get a retroactive refund because I paid more." It doesn't even matter how long they've owned the car. People like that will complain. So is price drops a big deal to you? Why or why not? So I'm going to give you my opinion on what I think on this topic. So as we all know, Teslas are basically computers on wheels. And so basically as tech gets older, it's always going to be cheaper. So that's one reason why Tesla can drop their prices, because as time goes on, they're always working on new and upgraded things, meaning that the older things that they're making are going to be cheaper. And on top of that, they're also finding ways to make things cheaper, so their cost of goods sold, or COGS, can be cheaper. We'll have to see what Battery Day brings next month, but Elon has mentioned that they're working on a new formula for their batteries that have less cobalt, and that means that the batteries will be cheaper to make. And obviously that's going to mean that the entire car is going to be cheaper to buy in the future. And another reason is time. So it seems like the people who have owned the car the longest or longer are the people that are complaining about paying more, and time has value in itself. And on the flip side, let's say the car actually went up in price. You wouldn't be running to the dealer wanting to pay extra money for the same car, would you? So being able to own a car 6 months, a year longer than somebody else, sure, you paid more money for it back then, but you've also had it for longer, which is valuable in itself, because that means that you have gotten to drive the car for that 6 months or a year, while somebody else is drooling over it because they don't have the car yet. So there is value right there. And since Tesla is a newer company, everyone back then when they bought the car a year and a half ago, almost 2 years ago, we paid an adopter's fee is what we like to call it. And so basically, yeah, we paid more earlier, but basically it was to help get the company going and get their cash flow going so they can get more people into these cars. And I'm okay paying that because hopefully it'll get somebody else or more people down the line into an EV and transition, the world from ICE cars to EVs. And as time goes on, Tesla has learned how to manufacture their cars more efficiently. Elon has mentioned this, that when they started in Fremont, they were, kind of bumbling around, and then they built Shanghai Giga 3, and he mentioned that they did learn a lot from Fremont, and I know that they are manufacturing cars way more efficiently in Shanghai, which basically means that their overhead costs are going to be lower, and that means that the car's margin and the car's price can go down if they want it to. Also, over time, their supply chain will become more efficient. So they're probably working with the same suppliers, maybe new ones, but a lot of old ones, which are going to be able to manufacture these parts more efficiently because they keep redoing the same thing. And basically it can be the same way where basically they are finding ways to make their parts cheaper. They sell it cheaper to Tesla, which in turn should come to the consumer, which would be you, and you get a lower price as well. Another reason is maybe Tesla simply just wants to lower the price to get more people into a car. We all know that Tesla's upfront costs aren't the cheapest, even though over the long run they will be cheaper than your normal Camry or Accord, and so they could be doing that just to try and get more people into the car. But if that's the case, then my time argument still applies to this. So maybe if you bought the car cheaper now, somebody else that bought the car for more expensive later has had the car for longer, meaning that they have value being able to drive the car for longer than you have. But whatever you do, don't believe the shorts and they're thinking that basically every time Tesla drops their price is because they have no demand and they need more people to buy the car. That is not the case at all, because if that was the case, you'd also see Tesla be running ads on TV and probably all over the internet and things like that. But you don't see that because they don't need to do that at this point. They still have plenty of demand. So these are the reasons why I'm okay paying more for the car to have owned it longer. It's really not that big a deal. What do you guys think? Are these periodic price changes a big deal or not? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.